Everyone, welcome to week 8. Oh my gosh, one more week and we're out of here. Okay, so I wanted to do just a really quick micro lecture about what personal selling is. Okay, so what is personal selling? So, personal selling is all about giving one on one attention to the customer. So it's one-on-one interaction between a company representative, which is the salesperson, and the buyer or the customer or the prospect. So it's creating that relationship. And oftentimes it is called relationship selling. So this is for products that are relatively high in price. So when a product has like customizable attributes, you're going to need your own personal salesperson. So you might see in your own lives personal selling when you go to buy a car. You'll have that one-on-one relationship with the salesperson. They're going to give you that attention, show you around the car. It's a high-priced item. So you're going to have questions, you're going to have concerns, you're going to need an expert. Then you might see it when it comes to buying a home. So want to buy a home, which is by far the biggest purchase you're ever going to make in your life. So you're going to have that real estate agent. They're the expert. They can show you around. They give you the individual attention that you need. That's what personal selling is all about. So especially when it comes to like high dollar items. So that's what I do. So what I do is I take care of our key clients, so the big clients. So with the product that I sell, I establish relationships with companies. So I understand what their needs are. I understand our product really well, so I can customize our product to fit their needs. But I also understand that there's a lot of competition out there. And I don't want my particular product, well, actually, I sell service, my particular service to be based on money alone. Because if it is, somebody can come in and undercut me by a dime and I lose the business. So I want it to be more of a relationship. So the one thing that my competition doesn't have is me. So it's all about understanding your customer, understanding their needs, listening to what it is they have to say. And I mean actively listening, putting yourself in their shoes, creating this collaborative, like teamwork environment. You essentially what you want to do is you want to create a win-win situation. I have something that you need, you have something that I need, and together we can both benefit from that. But that starts with building that relationship. And along the way, there's going to be objections. Everything isn't always going to go smoothly. There's going to be objections along the way. So when I have a prospect who has concerns or they raise objections about the service that I sell, I see that as a good thing because they're actually thinking about, hey, this might be a service that we might utilize. So objections are actually a sign that they are interested in. When I meet with a client and they have no objections, I'll look it over and get back with you. That lets me know that they're not really engaged into what it is that I'm selling. So objections are good. So you want to hear what it is that they have to say, what their concerns are, let them know that their concerns are valid, and then honestly and professionally answer those questions. It's really important to create a relationship with your customer that can't be easily replicated. It's that relationship that the competition can't take away because I am the only thing that my competition doesn't have. So our relationship has to be mutually beneficial and it has to be based on trust. Okay. So when we talk about personal selling, we have to understand that this is in a sales capacity. So when we're talking about the sales responsibilities, meeting the objections is only one part of the job. It's also about, once you get that business, serving existing customers. While you're serving existing customers, you're also developing new customers. So it's really a balance between, you don't want to just be in it for the thrill of the kill, which is what I tell my salespeople. It's always fun to go after and to get new business. But once you've captured that new business, you have to understand that they are as precious and as important once they are a current customer. They still require 100% of your attention. What they have to say and their concerns are also valid. So the level of customer service has to be the same as when you're dealing with new customers. You want to enhance customer satisfaction. Providing excellent customer satisfaction is something that the competition can't easily replicate. Providing a cheaper price, they can do that. But actually providing enhanced next level customer satisfaction, that's what will keep you around. And the best type of business comes from a referral. So when you're within a certain industry, people know each other. So if I go in to see a new client and they're like, "Hey, Ralph uses you and he recommended me to you," that gives me a leg up because Ralph's already given me the she's good. You can trust her. She provides excellent customer service. So a referral or a reference is actually the best type of sales lead to get. And that all starts with giving good personal selling. And again, that's all about listening, being a person of your word, making sure your customer understands that you value them and that you understand their needs, their product, their service, and what they're looking for. Okay. I am here. If you have any questions or concerns, you all have my phone number, and we are coming down to the stretch. Semester's almost over. You've been a great class.